Welcome to another episode of Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks, the spicy meatball of podcasting.
Yes, it is, Matt.
I'm your host, Matt, and with me, as always, is your co-host, Garrett.
Hi, I'm Garrett. Why'd you emphasize host? Co-host?
What do you mean?
Co-host? What are you trying to say?
That's just how people talk.
What are you trying?
I'm the host, and you're the co-host. Co-host.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Co-host? Ghost. You're the ghost. You're the ghost of podcasting.
Different thing.
Garrett, what are we watching this week?
We're gonna watch When in Rome from 2010.
Yeah, from 2010. And Garrett, why are we watching When in Rome?
Because you won the stupid fucking bet.
And in my reign of tyranny continues on. It's just 100 years. Maddie's reign.
Have you been drinking already?
I started drinking. Garrett, what are we drinking?
Ugh.
Don't ugh me.
Because it's When in Rome. Rome.
When in Rome.
Italy. Home of spaghetti and all that oily, greasy stuff.
Oh, oily and greasy stuff seems a little mean.
Noodles. Spaghetti noodles.
And flat noodles. Sometimes they're flat.
We went with an Italian beer.
Peroni.
We're just going to drink 100 Peronis.
So many Peroni. I've already started drinking Peroni.
Stop.
A little bit of Peroni.
Ugh. This is a loose connection, I'm going to be honest. But
It's from Italy. It's like probably the most famous Italian beer.
But I feel like I'm not upset about it because we drink so many IPAs and shit. And
it's light. It's a nice light. It's going to be... Is this a Pilsner? I feel like it's a Pilsner.
Yeah, you can drink like 20 of them. In your case.
So what you're saying is you have no idea
already
what
had
it
like
is.
20.
You don't know. I am the captain now.
I just know that it's a Birra Italiana.
And co-host, captain, podcast. Hey. So this movie came out in 2010. It was directed by Mark Steven Johnson, who has many movies to his name. And by many, I mean like 5. But he's directed such hits as Daredevil.
Loved it.
Ghost Rider.
Loved it more.
Killing Season.
Don't know it.
Finding Steve McQueen.
Still no idea.
And
no
this.
idea.
And this. And When in Rome.
This.
So not really in his wheelhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is only a good sign, I think. So
it could only be good.
This could only be
This
good.
can only be good.
You know?
Written by David Diamond and David Weissman. Apparently, a writing duo who wrote such hits as The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
No recollection.
Evolution.
I actually love Evolution.
Sure. And Old Dogs.
Stop.
Yeah. Old Dogs.
Why'd you pick this movie?
I don't know. I'm Italian. Made me feel good about me. I felt like, I have no idea. I just picked the movie, Garrett. I went through a list and it's all When in Rome and I was like, hey, When in Rome. Do as the Romans do.
Unfamiliar with the saying. Mm-hmm. Not familiar with that. Sorry.
The movie stars Kristen Bell, Josh Duhamel, Angelica Houston, Danny DeVito, Will Arnett, John Heater, Dax Shepard, Kate McCucci, Bobby Moynihan, Kristen Shaw, many much people.
Holy shit. That's like...
kind of an all-star cast.
And it's 2010. I feel like that's before a lot of these people were like famous.
I'll tell you what. The cast list alone has got me in like a good mood. Like I'm going into this with like an open heart and an open mind and like...
Yeah, I love Kristen Bell.
Love Kristen Bell. She's coming back for round 2.
Love Dax Shepard.
She was Bad Moms 2. We watched Bad Moms 2. She was in
Bad Moms Christmas.
Yeah.
A Bad Moms Christmas.
A single Bad Moms Christmas.
It's just about a bad mom and the Christmas
all
that
Christmas
she
long.
had.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, this is... I thought it might have been not our second... I could have sworn we had done another Kristen Bell movie also.
And Josh Duhamel's round 2 as well. He was in New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, shit. All right.
So good for Josh Duhamel.
So heavy with the
So handsome.
With the alumnus.
Handsome man.
With the alumni.
You're happies with the aluminum? Aluminum foil. Got it.
Proud of yourself?
Proud of myself.
Proud of yourself? The cast is insane.
Yeah.
We'll see how they can actually shoot.
Love Will Arnett.
Maybe this will be like a comedic Love Actually Like a more comedic, like Love Actually or like New Year's Eve or something. You know how those movies just like shoehorn 1 million actors into them?
Yeah, you know who doesn't have me stoked for this in the cast? John Heater. He was a one-trick pony.
Blades of Glory.
No. I mean, listen, I love Blades of Glory, but like he's clearly like the weaker link.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Right, that's the one trick. That is the single trick. That was his pony that he had only one trick on, said.
I feel like this is different. I feel like you're getting far away from it.
I like pony rides.
Okay.
Well, all right, good.
Just like you whittle that all the way down to just ponies.
I like ponies.
I
like the ponies.
No, Castless is cool. Second Kristen Bell movie, cool. Peroni, fine. It'll be fine. You're enjoying yourself already, but fine. Stop it. This is like kind of similar to our 13 going on 30, where we drank somewhere between 13 and 30 Rolling Rocks.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not going to drink 1 million Peroni, but like probably a few. Probably a few.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, from How I Met Your Mother.
Is that from How I Met Your Mother?
That was like one of his like big shticks. The Barney Stinson character. Neil Patrick Harris.
That was an original thought from me just now.
No, it wasn't.
Is there any trivia for this movie?
The role of Nick was considered for Bill Hader, or Bill Hader was considered for the role of Nick.
I might have liked that more, but I think Josh Duhamel is infinitely more handsome than Bill Hader.
Sure.
You
I
know?
would agree with that. He, Kristen Bell and Bill Hader, of course, starring together in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah, he's not like the star.
No, I mean, but he's
in it.
He's in it.
John
Heater and Efren Ramirez.
Oh, he plays Pedro.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So they feature... Okay. They were both in Napoleon Dynamite. Apparently, they're both in this movie. And in Napoleon Dynamite, the song The Promise was prominently featured. And the band who sings The Promise is When in Rome.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was fun. So we'll look out for Pedro.
Really bringing it full circle.
Wow, like a donut.
Like a bagel.
Like a donut.
Like the rim of a glass.
Like a frosted donut with sprinkles only on one side.
Like a coin of any denomination, really. Like
At the time of filming, Dax Shepard and Kristen
manhole
Bell.
cover.
Also a circle. Good. Oh, good. A circle. A pizza. But like not like a Sicilian slice, because that's clearly a square, obviously. At the time of filming, Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell were dating, and apparently she had burned her leg on his motorcycle. So every scene that she's in the fountain, she's wearing a garbage bag over her leg.
Huh.
They were married shortly after this movie.
Huh.
So.
Oh, like the moon when it's a full moon.
Yes, a wheel of cheese. A wheel of any kind, really.
I was thinking that when you said the cast list, I was like, oh, her and Dax.
Yeah.
That is funny that it's like it's before they got married though.
Well, I mean, they were dating already, so this was 9 years ago.
We're gonna witness like
just falling in love.
Love.
First love, true first love.
I'm curious to see who he plays in it and if they have any sort of like spark.
Ooh,
you know,
maybe just a little like a sparkler.
No, different.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
do you have a bet?
Oh, good. Yes. I don't know. Let's just do fucking if they say when in Rome. You know, when in Rome.
Okay, I'm into it. That's like the knee jerk, like the titular bet.
Yeah, like not all of them. Like again, bringing back up one from before, 13 going on 30. Just like they're not going to say, oh well, she was 13 going on 30. I mean, I guess they could.
Well, Moonstruck, you kept thinking they'd be like, oh, I was Moonstruck.
No, you thought they were going to say.
No, you thought it.
I brought it up, and you're
revisionist history here. That's
again,
fine. That's fine.
I don't care for you.
Like a wedding band, or like I'm like the sun. You know,
yeah,
the sun.
Also kind of circular to to our perspective, but
yeah.
Really, again, just any circle. A circle of any kind. So, oh, you know what I noticed? I'm sorry, this is a tangent, really. This has nothing to do with this movie. I was posting something on the Instagram for the podcast, and I saw an ad for what men want. Apparently, that's a real thing that's coming out. Like, we talked about it.
It's like out, or it's about to be out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. That's gonna be a horrifying thing.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
We're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, no.
Like, real hard.
No, none for me. No, thank you.
Like, maybe we should go to the movies and watch that.
Bring our mics to the movies.
There won't be anybody there watching it but
Oh,
us. Hey,
you're probably right.
zinger!
Like a bottle cap, though? Or,
a coaster.
well, I mean,
Like a circular coaster.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I mean,
really just, again, anything circular. A CD, a record, perhaps. A frisbee.
Frisbee. Now you're getting out of here.
Shield.
Maybe. If it's, if it's a circular...
Like Captain America shield.
Yeah, sure.
If you know.
Yep. All right, so that does it for trivia. That does it for the bet. We got the bet lined up. Wait, are you saying...
Oh, we didn't say who's doing what.
Yeah, are you saying yes or no to them saying when in Rome?
No, you go first. You lost the most bets.
I say no, because I feel like that's so fucking on the nose. So my bet will be that they do not say it. Making your bet that they do in fact say it.
Making your bet vis-a-vis. Yes.
Yeah.
So all right, fine.
Process of elimination.
Fine.
Sorry, Matt.
I'll go with yes, but
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel good about it.
Well, I pushed you into it. Anyway. All right, so we're gonna drink some Peroni. Somewhere between 13 and 30 Peronis, probably.
13 going on 30 Peronis.
Well, not counting however many you've had so far.
Sure. So many.
But we're gonna watch When in Rome, 2010. If you
Or like a
haven't-
chocolate chip cookie or like an Oreo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a Chips Ahoy.
Like a Chips Ahoy, like one of the soft ones though, because like the hard ones kind of have like jagged edges.
Well, they do, but I think they're still going for like a circular
Yeah.
sort of a contact lens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So anyway, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it, pause us here. If you have seen the movie, or if you don't care to watch this movie,
A roll of duct tape works too.
yeah, I mean from the top.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I mean.
Not
yeah,
the profile.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
no,
kind
that'd
of
be
more
ridiculous.
rectangular.
But yeah, so we're gonna go watch this movie and drink a bunch of Peronis. As always, we're sorry for whatever happens next.
And we'll see you on the other side of the circular object, like the diameter, like across the diameter.
No. Or like a dartboard, or like a poker chip.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back from watching When in Rome.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
I mean, when in Rome.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
Garrett, broad strokes, how did you feel about When in Rome?
Rough watch. This was a rough watch for me.
Let me say,
What?
beginning of the movie, I was like invested. I was like, oh, this could be cute. This could work out. And then, like, maybe like a half an hour in, I was like, no, I'm out. It lost me. And you want to know what lost me? You take a guess about what lost me.
Magic.
It was the magic.
Yeah. I had no idea what we were walking into with this movie.
No, not for me.
I thought it was just going to be like
pass.
a cute rom-com about her going to Rome or some
and like
shit.
just them having like one night where they fell in love and whatever, and then like he went somewhere else and she had to like, or X, Y, and Z. But like magic? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. My initial thought was, like, the second we realized
It wasn't
there was
magic. Are you fucking kidding me?
It was, oh shit, this is going to be what women want.
Okay, up until the magic, I was like, oh, this is kind of just a poor man's Devil Wears Prada. Like, she had, like, the overbearing boss, and she was like, oh, didn't have time to go do family things, or blah, 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 blah. And, like, she had the relationship that was falling apart. I was like, okay, this kind of sucks.
Had fallen apart. Had already fallen apart. Was gone.
Also not funny, that, like, whole scene where he was like, yeah, we're getting engaged. And the DJ just, like, immediately was like, are they getting engaged? And they play the wedding music. I was like, what the? He just had that fucking queued up. No, it's the bum, 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 bum.
That was one of my original thoughts as well.
You just had that ready to
like,
go?
He just had like a soundboard with that button on it.
DJ
like,
soundboard.
In the eventuality that someone got engaged that night. He like loaded that sound onto
just so
his like...
he could be the one that breaks the news to everyone. Got it!
Yeah. He was like getting ready that morning, like tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. I finally get to press that button.
If I don't press that button tonight, I'm taking it off the soundboard. Oh, thank God.
Yeah. And
it's like a remix version too.
Yeah. Yeah, it had a little stank on it, you know.
They put a little pepper on it. Just a little bit of pep. Little bit of pep.
Stop. Wait, so actual Broad Strokes, like, did you hate
listen, I didn't hate it. Even though it was a horrible, weird cartoon, I didn't fucking hate it.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to go bottom half, but, like, yeah, I got to see where.
Yeah, probably bottom half for me as well. I did not like it.
I did not like it.
But I didn't hate it. The thing is, like, so many people in this movie I love. Like, so many of the actual, like, cast.
There's so many people in this movie that I love as well, but I hated them in this movie.
Yeah.
Will Arnett.
Yeah, but it brought it up for me. Like, it brought it up for me, like, I don't know. I had a soft spot for, like, the cast, at least. Anyway, you want to do... let's do the beer first, because this is, like, stupid easy. Peroni, Matt, how do you feel about your 12 Peronis?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you do.
I'm feeling pretty good about my 12 Peronis. You know what? It's not these fancy, schmancy craft beers.
Was like 5 Peronis? Was like 5?
I don't know why you gotta bring it up. I just have a few Peronis.
I liked it. It's like a lagery kind of.
They're not your fancy schmancy craft beers, and I, for the life of me, could not tell you the alcohol percentage on this bitch. But it's light. I had a fun time. Like, sometimes I don't want to feel like I've eaten a steak after I have a couple beers. I've had 5 beers, and I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
No, I like brownie. I order it at Italian restaurants.
Because it makes you feel authentic.
Makes me feel like I'm in a scene from an Italian restaurant.
Boo-doo-doo-boo. Boo-doo-doo-boo.
Yeah.
Bottle away, right? You know, because Billy Joel, and he has a song called that, Gary.
Strictly 80s Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, it's brownie. Fuck it. All right, that covers the beer. You want to do 3 sentences or less?
I'm currently still drinking the beer. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go. You do 3 sentences. I'm finishing my Peroni.
Kristen Bell plays a museum curator who's unlucky in love and incredibly devoted to her work. 1. Her sister gets married. Kind of.
No, she does get married.
No, her sister gets married like very quickly to a man who she's only known for a little bit, and Kristen Bell like kind of falls for the best man at the wedding.
Umberto.
2. 3. Some really ridiculous shit happens with her taking some coins out of a fountain and then having some sort of spell over like 4 other men that she like picked up the coins of or some shit. And ultimately she learns a lot about herself, but she learns that the love between her and Josh Duhamel was real. 3. That's it. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, fuck it.
Sentence 3 was just like some dumb shit goes down with some coins.
Stupid idiot stuff happens and I hated it. Okay.
I hated it.
I mean, you said you hated it.
I didn't say that I hate it. Don't put words in. You always put words in my mouth. Go ahead.
Kristen Bell, workaholic Kristen Bell goes to Italy to her sister's impromptu wedding from her sister, and hits it off with the groom, the best man. Sentence 1. Sentence 2. She sees him kiss someone and like gets dejected and like goes out and picks up some silly fucking coins from a fountain. That causes a magic spell on 4 randos. That's 2.
That's 2?
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay, all right.
Sentence 3 is Josh Duhamel pursues Kristen Bell. Ooh, that rhymes. Josh Duhamel, Kristen Bell. Even though these 4 randos are also pursuing her, and she's trying to get some work thing done, and it instead of just telling him the truth or what she thinks is the truth, she avoids it all, and it becomes a catastrophe. That's 3. But like they get together in the end. 3.5.
You cheated.
All right. Semicolon. They get together in the end. That's still 3.
I didn't care for it.
I did a bad job. I did a bad job.
Yeah, you did a bad job.
It's all right. Okay, so what did you think? I mean, we got to talk about the movie a little bit, huh?
Okay.
Opening scene already off board. They had some weird CGI fucking like coins and fountain tricks. It was weird. It was like this, just really weird. I had a real hard time with. They did a lot of, in general, weird special effects in this movie. Did you notice like all the really bad green screen?
Yeah.
It was. It was weird.
It was all over the place. All right. So I agree with you. What you were saying earlier in terms of like the movie starts right, and you're kind of like on board. It's like Kristen Bell, and it's like she puts on some like event at the Guggenheim.
Or
she's
the
like
Googs.
She's a curator at the Guggenheim.
The Googs.
Stop saying Googs.
Well, Kate Micucci also called it the Goog, so I feel like
Will Arnett actually also at one point says, "There is the Goog." Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
They robbed us of making Googs jokes.
I was really excited because I was like, "Oh, she works at the Googs," and then someone else said it. I was like, "Well, it's less funny now."
Yeah. There's no whimsy to it.
Did you not? So you had no problem with the weird CGI coins and postcards? Because I had a real problem with it. I don't know why I had a real problem with it, but it immediately was just like, "This is gonna be bad."
It wasn't enough to like sway me one way or the other at first. So it opens and you see she's like she's a workaholic and she's not in a relationship or anything, and her staff like love her. One of which is Kate Micucci.
The Cooch.
And her ex-boyfriend shows up at this thing and he's like, "Hey, like, when we broke up, I didn't understand how you could just love work so much, and like I felt like you like wanted to work more than you wanted to be with me."
And who wouldn't? He was a real Weasley looking dude.
He was really Weasley looking, that's true. And he's like, "But now I get it, and like I'm ready to dive into it, And I just want to let you know that I met someone who works as much as you, and we're getting married."
Yeah, there's like a swerve. Like they kind of make you believe
Swerve.
They kind of make you believe that he's gonna be like, "I'm ready to do it. Like I'm ready to dive back into this with you." But he's like, "Oh, I met someone." Right before you continue, I'm sorry. Right as that conversation was happening with him, they do that fucking trope. He's standing right behind me, isn't he? And I can't fucking take it. I can't take it.
I actually love that. I love that in pretty much every movie that I see. Like,
it's
right
fine.
There,
No, I'm fine with the person being right behind them, but when they say they're right behind me, aren't they? Can't do it.
I love it. It's never
Good
lost.
for you.
It's never lost any comic value for me whatsoever.
All right, continue.
She's standing right behind me, isn't she? Like, it's so good. Especially like her
Were you
delivery.
Just Alec
wasn't
Baldwin.
Weird. Yes.
All right.
Thought about it for a second. Yes.
You know, that was.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So that like kind of sets it up. And I'm like, okay, this could be cute. This could be fun. Like, what's going on? She gets a call from her sister. Her sister like met a guy 2 months ago, and they're getting married in Rome like 2 weeks from then or whatever.
Umberto. Also, Kristen Bell's just a delight. She's just great. And that's what like also endears me to her in the beginning. I'm like, this could be good. I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah. She's sprightly. Would you agree with that?
She's got a great smile.
She does, but I'm saying she's just like her energy.
That's what I mean.
You're
But
like,
I mean, like,
you could watch
like,
her. You could watch
like
her. She's watchable.
Her smile like lights up a room, and that's like something that like kind of endears you to her. Like, she's got those beautiful white teeth. Would you say that you agree, disagree, or other? Other. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
other strong.
Felt,
I strong other. That's
it felt like an other.
Yeah. So she goes through, and it's like her little sister, and she flies to Rome, and like there's some work conflict. Angelica Houston actually is her like kind of overbearing boss.
Morticia Addams.
Yeah. And what's her name in Royal Tenenbaums? What's her name in Royal Tenenbaums?
Not Margot Tenenbaum. It's I don't remember.
I really don't know either.
Margot's Gwyneth Paltrow. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Angelica Houston's good in it. She's actually like a pretty minor character in it. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it didn't do Angelica Houston justice because she was like in 3 scenes where she was like kind of disapproving. Like that was pretty much the extension of it.
You can't go to your sister's wedding.
So she goes to the Rome and she's at the wedding, and lo and behold, we meet the sister who is played by like Alexis somebody. She's in some stuff. She's recognizable. You'll see her. She's in some.
She is things.
She's a person who is alive.
Ethylene Tenenbaum.
Oh, nice.
Also, Eleanor Zissou from
Oh
Life
yeah.
Aquatic. Yeah.
See, and she's like prominent in those movies, and like
she's great.
Like, it's like like her chops are well displayed. Anyway,
Alexis Dzina. That's the sister. I'm sorry. I was trying to help you out.
So Kristen Bell goes to this wedding, and she gets there, and it's like her younger sister's wedding, and you meet her dad, who's like
Donnie Johns.
who's fucking Don Johnson.
Donnie Johns returns,
And he is
the same character.
He's the exact same character that he plays in The Other Woman. So Don Johnson, Nash Bridges himself from TV's Nash Bridges. Also
co-starring Cheech Marin.
Also Miami Vice. Like that Don Johnson,
Yeah, well,
right?
I guess.
Fucking he's in The Other Woman also, right? He's in The Other Woman, and he's Cameron Diaz's dad, and he's kind of like a philanderer and a womanizer, and he like, you know, he's had like 20 wives or something, and he's been married and you know, divorced a million times, and is always like going for like the younger woman and shit, right?
The Other Woman.
And you meet him in this movie, and he's the exact same character. He's like this philanderer.
Yeah, Kristen Bell's like, isn't it about time you have another wife or something like that?
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, Kristen Bell's mom's there. She's like, your dad's here with his floozy of the month. And it's like someone who's like 30 years younger than him. And like,
volleyball player or something. She's supposed to be like fit. I think they mentioned that she's some kind of a...
They do mention that she's fit.
A sportress.
I don't know. But
That's what they call them, right? Sportresses?
No.
Buttresses.
Stop.
Buttress of Windsor.
Stop.
Please
Buttress
stop.
of Windsor, Matt? What is that?
Tenacious D call that.
Oh, okay. So she goes. Well, I was blown away that it was Don Johnson playing the exact same character.
Same character.
So this is our second.
Nash Bridges.
So that's our second Don Johnson movie.
We should keep track of things like
Don
this.
Johnson has now been on as much as Hector Elizondo.
And Kristen Bell and...
Yeah. Shit.
And what's his name? Josh Duhamel.
Shit.
Cameron Diaz.
Stop. No, Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz was Sweetest Thing.
Holiday and Other Woman.
Oh, wow. 3 times.
She's 3.
She may be the MVP right now. We should keep track of that, too.
What about Sandy B?
I think we only have 2 Sandy B movies. Actually, I think we only have 1 Sandy B movie. Nope, 2. Love Potion number 9 and...
While You're Sleeping?
While You Were Sleeping.
Okay.
Can I tell you, it was actually going to be 3 this week. I actually thought about doing Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I fucking love Miss Congeniality.
We'll get to it.
Next time. Maybe next
it.
time. All right. So whatever. She goes to the wedding, and she's flopping at the wedding.
Yeah, she's really just
She is sticking out like a sore thumb, worrying about work, like can't get a signal on her phone, and she's just like not doing well at this wedding. She's like flopping with the grandma, like
she is drowning.
Oh God.
Oh no.
And her lifeline is Josh Duhamel. There's like a bunch of times where she's like embarrassing herself or saying something stupid, or like putting her foot in her mouth, or like just being clumsy or whatever. And he kind of like comes to the rescue a couple times.
Nick the Hit.
And he's called Nick the Hit
because he got struck by lightning in the fucking neck.
He played what was it, college football? College football. He got struck by lightning during a game and hit in the neck. And they show it at one point.
Hilarious.
And it's the funniest thing.
It's funny because I feel like it's supposed to be dramatic. And like when they show it, I'm just like, holy shit! In the neck!
It's true. Oh, God. It's so funny. That also became such a thing as the movie went on. In the neck!
Yeah. I didn't realize I'm sorry, we're going to skip ahead a little bit, but when he's like racing to get to the Googs later and it's a thunderstorm, you're like, oh, he's afraid of lightning. I was like, holy shit, you're right.
And then it like, the lightning strikes a statue and it
right
like,
in the fucking neck.
It looks like it hits the statue in the neck.
And it just kind of boiled down to me and Garrett just talking through the entire next 10 minutes of people getting struck in the neck by lightning. Oh God, people are getting struck left and right.
I love it. It's just like the combination of his 2 greatest fears, lightning and getting attacked in the neck. Like the cops, towards the end, he's like crossing a crosswalk and a cop car stops right next to him. He's like, what's going on? They're like, some freak lightning storm is happening. And we just looked at each other like, people are getting fucking zapped in the neck left and right.
In the neck.
Dude. When that statue gets hit by lightning...
It's in the neck.
It's in the neck.
I'm pretty sure it's in the neck. And they even like do the, oh, come on thing.
It's so simple. It's so specific. Why is that his fear? Why is that? Like,
he got hit in the neck. Wouldn't you be afraid of it?
but, like, why is that the thing that, like,
they could have written anything.
In terms of the plot of this movie,
He's afraid to get hit by. He's afraid to get like in any kind of like because he had like a spinal injury or something like, and then like is afraid to get hit by cars or something. Like,
or like just struck by lightning
in general.
But he was like airborne and got struck in the neck by lightning. It's remarkable.
Which also is like kind of the crux of the movie is that some painter painted him directly after that, and it's like
photographer.
It was a photographer. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, you're right.
Some famous photographer took a picture of him and named it Agony.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's never been seen by any human eyes because like he bought it and like hid it away or something, and like she's supposed to be producing some other painting or photograph for
that
this.
Kate Micucci fucks up for her.
She really does, and yet she still saves her job. Kate Micucci is like ready to come clean Angelica Houston. She's like, nope, my fault.
Dude, anyone, if you ever had an assistant who
immediately fired,
who believed that heavily in magic coins, you would save their job too.
Totally.
You know,
I wouldn't take any excuse to fire them and use it immediately.
You'd put your neck on the line in front of a lightning bolt for them. Immediately.
I thought you were just gonna say put your neck on the line. I was like, and then like be afraid that it'd be struck by lightning. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad that you went the whole 9 though.
The fucking neck.
In the neck.
Oh my God, it's so good. All right, wait, we have to go back because we jumped ahead quite a bit.
We're going back.
So just go back.
We're at the wedding. She's eating shit.
She flops at the wedding, but like they're like really into each other at the wedding. They're super flirty, and
I
like,
get it.
He's charming.
He's a charming dude.
He's fucking really handsome.
He's a handsome guy.
He's a really handsome guy. Back to that Bill Hader thing from the intro. Yeah. Like when you're doing the trivia that it could have been Bill Hader. Sure. Glad it wasn't. I like Bill Hader a lot. Josh Duhamel's fucking dreamy.
It would have been just as good of a movie, and that's not saying much. But Josh Duhamel is a dreamier guy. Bill Hader's hilarious.
No, it might have been funnier.
Sure.
It almost definitely would have been funnier. But Josh Duhamel, man.
Hey.
He's all American.
He's all American. Born and bred.
Optimus Prime loves him, you know?
Oh, Transformers.
You know?
Apparently,
Sarah Jessica Parker has feelings.
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm,
you know? Something else Josh Duhamel was in, reference. There you go.
Was he in other things?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, they hit it off, and then he like, they separate, and then he's like outside by a fountain, and she's going to surprise him with like a champagne bottle and 2 glasses, and kind of like
a fountain.
By the fountain. The fountain of love.
The fountain of love.
It's like Il Fontini de Amore. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an actual real fountain with like a real name. It's like one of the wonders of the world.
Il Fontini de... It's one of the 8 wonders of the world. It is not.
I believe it is.
It is not.
I think it might be.
You're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she sees him, and then another woman like comes up and kisses him.
The Fontana di Trevi.
Great. So I don't speak Italian, man. So che cosa?
Che cosa?
So
pasta fazu.
Stop.
I'm the asshole.
Hey, stop. So he like kind of walks away with this other woman who kind of like aggressively kissed him. He like wasn't after this other woman, and Kristen Bell gets so dramatic in this moment. I actually fucking hated it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why not me, huh? Why not me?"
I think it was less that and more just like she was like, I'm gonna go with it, like I'm gonna follow my heart and blah blah blah. And she's like sees this guy like make out with a girl, and she was like, "Fuck, damn it."
Yeah, but then she's like in the fountain.
Yeah,
right? She steps into the fountain and she's talking to
she was clearly drunk.
Is that like supposed to be like
Venus?
Aphrodite or Venus? Roman, Venus, right?
Roman.
She's like, "I think this is funny, huh? I'm lonely. I'm a lonely person."
Wearing a garbage bag on her leg.
Well, we didn't see the garbage bag.
But we know. But now, based on trivia, we know that she was wearing a garbage bag on her leg.
Right. So she decides she's going to take people's coins.
And it's at this point where the magic comes in.
Yeah, it was such a fucking left turn, and I hated it.
Especially the way they presented it. She, like, picks up a coin, and she's like, I'm saving this person. Hard zoom into, like, John Heater. And I'm like, wait, what now? What's happening?
Yeah.
The hard zoom
like
was
saving them from love? Like she assumed that everyone who threw a coin into this fountain, A, was looking for love, but also it just so happened that every coin she picked up was a man. Like a man had thrown all those
I never
coins.
noticed that, but that's pretty funny.
So
There was also that one guy that she like picked up, and she's like, "And you."
Never
and
mind.
And throws back, and it zoomed back down. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But we get Danny DeVito, John Heder, Dax Shepard, and Will Arnett. And then she pulls out a poker chip, which she thinks is Josh Duhamel's.
Poker chip, poker. You mentioned poker chips at the top. Was that because it was?
I did actually. I was coming back.
Wow, cool. Like a donut.
Well, it's round and came full circle.
Full circle.
You know, like a drain, like how a drain is when the water's going down a drain, goes around and around.
You spin me.
Stop.
Right around me. Go.
So, so I mean that's it. But then there's like lightning striking shit around her. Not in anyone's neck.
In the neck.
Not in
though.
anyone's
Not
neck.
in the neck.
Not
You're
in
right.
anyone's neck at this point.
Sorry, not in the neck. I guess.
But then like she goes back to her life in New York. She's like, working, setting up her show for the Guggenheim or whatever. And like,
I need you to call it the Googs.
These 4 guys start like courting her heavily.
I know that you went on, but you didn't call it the Googs.
Well, she's working at the Googs.
Thank you. Oh God, thank you.
So these 4 guys start like courting her heavily and kind of stalking her. Like they're like they're all like kind of obsessed with her.
Yeah, we're like introduced to Will Arnett's character, who's this really like broken English, like weird artist,
hilarious Italian stereotype artist guy.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. It was upsetting.
Signorina.
Ma che cosa? I wrote down long-haired Italian Job makes me uncomfortable. Oh, and when she's running in Central Park, when he sees her for the first time, it's the same place from Maid in Manhattan and all, like that row. I can't remember that. We looked it up once before.
No way to remember it.
There's no way to.
No way to look it up. You know what I noted when she was running through Central Park? She was running way too fast.
She's sprinting. She's in an all-out sprint.
Like every scene, she's in an all-out sprint. No one is going for her to run like that. Despite any level of fitness. No one is sprinting for the entire run of their run. No?
Sorry, I'm reading over my notes and it just says, wait, is this magic?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's...
Oh, magic. Good. That's what I wrote.
The only time people are sprinting through Central Park is when they're running away from being attacked. Yeah, so we get like a quick rundown of like a bunch of the quote-unquote suitors. She sees John Heder. He's a street magician.
Terrible.
He's like a Chris Angel type street magician. And I was just like, oh, John Heder. And I was right when I said something earlier about like how he was the one that made me nervous about the movie because, oh no, it made me really upset.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey, no.
Yeah. He was like probably my least favorite part of the movie. Yeah.
If we were going to do least favorite character right now,
Probably.
I would probably.
But we're going to save it. Let's save it.
Yeah, no.
Danny DeVito I actually liked. Because I like Danny DeVito.
He endears himself towards the end, but we'll get to it.
Dax Shepard I was annoyed as shit about. He was just super annoying. I didn't think he was particularly funny. No?
Again, the end kind of like saves Dax for me.
Yeah. He's like an annoying. He's like a model. He's like super vain. Even while he's like obsessed with her, he's super vain about himself.
When he's like, when they're talking at the coffee shop or the restaurant or whatever, and he's like talking to her, and he's like, she's clearly like she has no interest, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna take off my shirt, and he takes off her shirt, and she's like, oh God, and he goes, and she's back. I'm like, all right.
It's like no, I don't hear anyone complaining. And then
please put your shirt on.
Woman at the next day, please put your shirt on.
I don't hear anybody else complain.
Yeah, everyone is just complaining.
Please put it on. Stop.
Great obliques on that guy though. You know.
Yeah, he's got some bleaks.
People ignore the obliques. Like I find that I ignore the obliques.
What would you say a good workout for the obliques is?
Oh, like a sideways dip.
I can't tell if you're serious or not.
Like a sideways, like you hold, like
when you dip, I dip, we dip.
You put your hand upon my hip.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah. It would have been funny if I started off by saying, "Oh, you put your hand upon my hip."
Oh, and then I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah, that's how you hit the obliques. That's how you hit.
That's really how you got to hammer those obliques.
You got to keep the body guessing. You know, I had a friend that was a personal trainer years ago, who was like, like for your core, you just got to keep your body guessing. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
You just do some sit-ups, and then you got to throw in like a 4-mile run, and then do some more sit-ups.
just like sneak up on your abs and really startle the shit out of them.
Start punching them real hard. Never saw this coming.
Did you just punch yourself in the ass?
Very, very lightly.
Okay.
I would have thrown up.
So the suitor thing is like kind of funny. It drags on too long. It could be 5 scenes shorter than it is because I feel like there are 10 scenes of like the various suitors chasing her or whatever else.
It's pretty painful. The bad green screen when like he's painting the mural and John Heater's like doing some magic trick outside of her boss's window and like it's just horrifying. It's like horrifying how bad this green screen is.
So I couldn't help but be horrified by the John Heater magic trick where he's like, I'm going to give you my heart. And then he reaches into his chest and hands her like a heart. I was like, is this magic?
And then she throws it or whatever. She's like, holy shit. And then some little kid picks it up. He's like, little girl, give me back my heart.
It's like clearly a little boy. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
So, it was something.
It was...
Little girl, please give me my heart back.
Yeah, so she gets chased by it, but like Josh Duhamel, she like goes on dates with him, and he's
genuinely pursuing her in a romantic fashion because he thinks there's a connection there. And you know what? It's a loose connection, but there's something there at least.
She is convinced though. By the time Josh Duhamel is like really pursuing her, she's convinced that he is also one of like the people under the spell.
Sure. And no, not right away. That's not true because she only thinks that after she goes to his apartment after they kiss the first time. Because she sees the poker chip on his poker table. Because if he's got that amazing batch pad.
I wrote down how hilarious his bachelor pad was.
Old-timey jukebox. Like dartboard.
Neon sign that says cocktails. Poker table prominently placed in the middle. Like, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, you know who we haven't mentioned?
Bobby
Moynihan.
Yeah, sucks in this movie.
I love Bobby Moynihan.
Me too.
I hated Bobby Moynihan in this movie.
He was supposed to be like the silly best friend, and it just didn't work.
He was just like a poorly written caricature. He's like, hey, you bringing back beers from there? Come on. Ha ha.
6 beers enter, no beers leave.
I'd rather be around some beautiful ladies. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous.
That was a really good Bobby Moynihan impression. I'm really impressed.
Well, was it a good Bobby Moynihan impression, or was it a good Bobby Moynihan, whose character I think is named Puck?
It is
in
Puck.
This movie.
Like the guy from Real World. Or the small superhero from the Alpha Flight.
Or like Shakespeare.
Oh, Shakespeare. Yeah, no, that's totally relevant too.
I hate you. Yeah, Bobby Moynihan sucked. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that was hard. That was a hard watch.
I like Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It is what it is.
Ugh.
He probably didn't really want to be there anyway. That was an easy paycheck for him. He lives in New York.
Money's a hell of a drug, am I right?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, you could buy cocaine with that money.
Yeah, you could. You could.
So you could. You know, it's very versatile. You could do whatever.
Cool. They go to that weird sensory restaurant with Kristen Schaal. Kristen
Schaal, another cameo. She's the waitress there.
I think that is an actual real thing, by the way. I could have sworn I remember like 10 years ago seeing something about that.
Like a sensory restaurant?
Yeah, you're supposed to. It's in like complete darkness. It's not silly the way they set it up. I mean, it is silly. It's totally silly. Mm-hmm. But like, they like feed you in the dark, and you're supposed to like, because they say like when you lose a sense, all your other senses are heightened. You know, like Daredevil. The director of this movie, Mark Steven Johnson. I get it now. It all comes back around. It's coming back around again, like a beach ball, or like a soccer ball, or like
any ball,
like a volleyball,
like a ball, like any ball,
a baseball,
yeah, like
basketball,
like a bowling.
Well, not any ball, because like footballs aren't around.
Well, I mean they're round. Like, well, if you look at them from the side.
Well, okay.
You know,
yeah, like straight down the center. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right.
So take it back.
Any ball, really.
So take it back.
Just any ball, really.
Thanks.
Most sports equipment, or a hockey puck.
Most.
We get back to puck. I hate everything.
That actually is pretty good. Came back to puck.
Yeah.
Look at you.
We went around like please stop me and continue.
Please stop me. Yeah, so wait, Bobby Moynihan.
No, we were just trying. They went to the sensory thing. That was fine. But like all the
suitors show up in the dark.
Night vision goggles.
You thought that was funny. I didn't think that scene was funny.
I didn't think that was funny. I thought the concept of the sensory deprivation like room was funny. Them all showing up in night vision goggles
was not funny.
Horrifying.
Yeah, not funny.
Not
Super
funny.
unfunny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found like just generally, I found like the suitors chasing her kind of exhausting.
It was super exhausting.
Also, can I tell you?
You sure can.
Here's a spoiler alert. Okay. So actually no, withdrawn. She finds out that the way to dismiss the spell or like break the curse, right, is to either go throw all of the coins back into the fountain.
Right.
In Italy, in Rome, when she's in Rome.
When in Rome.
Or to give these people back their coins. Okay.
Right. Sure.
So she like decides she's going to do that, and she is giving them like
she's going to do what?
Give them all back their coins.
Thank you.
Because she can't go back to Italy.
Well, you know, some of the people out there may not have actually watched the movie. Sometimes I feel like some of them just listen to our sweet jokes and our sweet references.
What kind of references?
I don't know, like that, like circular references and Donnie Johns as Nash Bridges himself, you know? Like, anyway. So yeah, she tries to give them back their coins, which I still don't even really understand, because how did she know which one was which for who? Well,
she had all of them in front of her. It's kind of process of elimination by then. But like there was a trick coin.
Oh,
so
was there? I didn't
she
even
knew
notice
that was John Heters because he's the street magician.
There was an Italian coin, which was
right.
Job.
She was like, Will Arnett. She was like, is this your euro? So she gives him that, and she gives Dax whatever, and she gives Danny DeVito. It's like a nice coin. It's like a coin collector's coin, and he's like a wealthy older guy. So like she kind of guesses that that's him or whatever. And those are all pretty funny. And I looked at you and I was like, this is like some Wizard of Oz shit.
Yeah, they had their Wizard of Oz moment. You had courage in you the whole time.
Right, like, because at some point you're watching them, like, the spell, and you're like, oh, they're all, like, really fucking embarrassing themselves and, like, kind of screwing up their lives, all because she took these coins. But I think it goes out of its way there to be like, no, but, like, by doing this, she helped them all learn about themselves or, like, grow in some way.
It really tries to endear you to them. And, like, in some cases, like Danny DeVito, it totally works. I was like, oh, man, he lost his wife, and he just, like, wanted to feel that like spark again. I was like, wow, that's really weird and sweet and like
that was a really cute like split second there, yeah.
And in Dax's way, it made me
wait.
Yeah.
Do his last. So in order, right? It's John Heder, and
John Heder was like, oh, I just never had the courage to like get out and perform on the street.
Right, to do my street magic until I like was doing it for you. So thank you so much.
Right.
Then Danny DeVito, right? I just wanted to feel the spark again and like
again, John Heters, by the way, did nothing for me.
Yeah, no, I know. But I just wanted to feel that spark again. Like Danny DeVito, they make it clear that he's like a widower.
Then I don't think they make it clear earlier.
No, they don't. Like at that point,
yeah.
they do. And it's like, that's really sweet, and he grew in that way, or he had that feeling or whatever. Then it goes to
Will Arnett, and she hands it back to him, and he's like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in a while. And she's like, where's your accent?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, Antonio? Anthony, actually, from Newark. Hey,
yeah.
Hi, how are you? And he was like, he is an artist, but he was like
no,
a
he
shoe
wanted
salesman.
to be an artist.
He's like a shoe salesman.
Yeah,
from
he went
Newark.
to Italy to become an artist, and like, she was like, you are an artist, and I'm an art salesperson.
I'm a curator,
so I know.
Professionally, thank you.
And then she gets to Dax, and he's just like, I feel like I didn't learn anything.
I think he says, like, she hands the coin back.
Oh,
and he's
I'll
like,
miss you least of all, is what she says to him.
Yeah, and he's like...
Which references the Wizard of Ozness of it all.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, I didn't grow at all.
Yeah, but I'm glad to have been there to help you grow.
Yeah.
And that really made me laugh.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So then she's going to give the fucking... The whole end of the movie with the poker chips is so dumb. So she goes...
It's so dumb.
She reaches into her bag so she can go give Josh Duhamel the poker chip back, right?
Sure.
And...
Heater.
John Heater's like holding 3 and he's like, oh, missing something. And he has like 3 poker chips in his hand. And then he's like counts them down to 2. 1, he's doing like all this close up sleight of hand bullshit. And then she goes for it.
You mean illusions? I really wish
not a trick, Michael.
I would have really wished that there would have been like a Job reference.
A Job illusion reference from Arrested Development. That would have been pretty
sweet
funny.
illusion.
So she slaps the poker chip out of John Heater's hand. This is another hilarious CGI moment where the CGI chip flies away from him. And if you've been to the Guggenheim, it's like a spiral ramp that goes up and around.
Been where?
To the Goog.
Thank you.
And the chip rolls all the way down the ramp, and she's chasing it. And there might as well have been Benny Hill music playing, or like yakety sax in the background. Like she's chasing a rolling poker chip down the equivalent of flights and flights of stairs that she is rolling down, right?
And like, again, bad CGI. Like the physics of it, when it comes to a rest, it bounces like 4 inches in the air. It's
Right.
like ridiculous.
So then it rolls and it hits Josh Duhamel in the foot. He picks it up and she's like, "Oh, free will, whatever." They fall in love, and then it's like very clearly like she's like, "Oh, you love me, like even though you have the chip back, right?" They go get married in fucking Rome in the same church that her sister got married in, and
Was it the same church?
yeah,
I didn't notice that.
and
It was gorgeous church.
she's in her like bridal suite, and John Heder is somehow in the bridal suite.
Yeah,
And he's like,
I just remember you going, "Why is he in there? Why is he
"Why is
in there?"
allowed in there?" So he's like, "Oh, turns out I like mistakenly didn't give you back your poker chip last year," and she's like, "Oh shit, Josh Duhamel didn't have the poker chip back this whole
He's still
time."
infatuated with me.
Right. So then long story short, she runs out of the wedding because she thinks he's
As one
like,
does.
right. She thinks he is like still under the spell and has been the whole time. And she like runs out to the fountain and she jumps into the fountain and he comes out. And it's very quickly made apparent that he just loves her and has always loved her, and that the fucking poker chip is not his, which I called from the beginning. The poker chip was the priest's, because they mentioned in the beginning that the priest and Josh Duhamel played poker at the bachelor party the night before the other wedding at the beginning of the movie.
The first wedding in said movie.
Then Josh Duhamel throws the chip into the fountain, which was the other way to fix the curse, and you see the priest celebrate that
Mamma mia!
that he's like not fucking obsessed with Kristen Bell anymore.
Is that the kid from Wedding Crashers?
It is. It is.
All right.
What is our situation, Dad? That
that
kid,
kid,
so good.
Yeah.
Todd. The painting was a gift, Todd. I'm keeping it. So
Taking it home.
that's the resolution. That's the resolution, Matt.
Yeah.
I was mad.
Also, I don't know, and like as much as like Josh Duhamel was pursuing her, like the relationship felt unearned. Like it just didn't feel like she's like, "I do love you. You made me re-believe in love." I'm like, "He did? Are you sure?"
You hung out one night, y'all.
And like barely at that. Every other time you kept running away.
Yeah, that's true. So
we feel ways about this movie.
yeah, I was frustrated by the plot. I'm sorry I just went on about the plot for so long, but so we know how we feel. How do you think Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm gonna say poorly.
I'm gonna assume very poorly as well. What do you got? What's Rotten Tomatoes?
No, the tomato meter is 16%.
Hot
garbage.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, hot garbage.
Yeah.
Audience score a little bit higher, actually higher than I would have expected. 41%.
There's an audience for everything, man.
No, I agree, but like we've seen some real stinkers on here, and like 41%. I mean,
It's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
Almost half.
Almost half. Hey, you almost did it.
That's not rotten, right? That's not rotten as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes.
I think it's just. I don't know what. No, it's not rotten. It's
not fresh, but it's not
fresh.
rotten.
It's just right
It's
there.
just
in
a
the middle.
tomato.
It just exists.
It's just a tomato.
We didn't really do soundtrack. Was there anything that stood out? Matchbox 20?
Matchbox 20, and the only song that like came on and made me feel a feeling was Adele's version of "Make You Feel My Love."
Oh, let's see how far we come is the name of the Matchbox 20 song. I was trying to get there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And
Sing the whole thing and try to decide.
I just needed to get to the hook.
But yeah, the Adele song. Other than that, there are a couple other like poppy sounding songs that I did not recognize and did not look up on Shazam because they weren't good. There wasn't much.
You were feeling a little lazy today? You just felt a little lazy and you didn't want to look them up?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. You know, I'm glad that you owned up to it.
Yeah, I'm a lazy boy.
So you're not generally a lazy boy, but
Yeah,
if you were
a lazy boy.
If you were feeling a little lazy, I'm okay with it.
We should get lazy boys. Oh my god! Right?
I feel like we have
Right?
to. Do we get the ones with like the fridges in them so we can store our beverages?
If you're gonna do it, do it.
You gotta go. You gotta go big.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. Drop in the bucket at that point. You know, it's just a
What bucket?
Just a drop in the bucket.
What bucket? Would you recommend this?
No, not to a person.
Yeah, hard pass.
Yeah.
You say hard pass.
It was a hard watch. I stand by what I said. Like,
Do you think it died?
Yeah. I have no.
Should it have died?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both. Yes, to both of those. I don't think no one I know references this movie.
No.
We like.
My wife has mentioned it once or twice, but like never like fondly.
Well, we both listen to like Dax Shepard's podcast.
Oh, what a great podcast, by the way. If you guys aren't listening to it, you should listen to Armchair Expert. It's fucking awesome.
It is very, very good. But like, and I've heard Kristen Bell on a bunch of podcasts. She did the Conan.
That was really good too.
Great,
Actually,
yeah.
did he do Conan too?
Yes, he did.
He also did. It was also very good.
And in no interview of either of theirs ever
have they
mentioned like, well, during my time on When in Rome.
Yeah, right.
So I think it should have died. I think it did die. I think it's like just an obscure.
I also believe that it should have died, and I don't think I've seen it anywhere, so I will say that I think it's died. But again, you watch more television than I do.
I've never seen this on television.
Favorite character, least favorite character?
Least favorite character, Bobby Moynihan.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Favorite character? Anyone?
Favorite character.
Favorite character.
That is, I don't know. I think the statue that gets lightning struck in the neck. Yeah, I think that's probably
in the neck.
Yeah.
Least favorite character for me, John Heater.
Yeah. Ooh,
can't fucking take him.
Yeah, you know what?
Moynihan's
I might join
bad.
you on that. I amend my statement. John Heater for sure. Moynihan's a close second, but.
We saw Pedro, by the way. He showed up as like John Heater's like cameraman or whatever.
Yeah,
it was slightly funny.
Yeah.
John Heater, favorite character? I'm gonna say Nick.
Can I tell you? I think so too.
He's good.
Kristen
Bell's also a delight.
Kristen Bell is pretty funny and good. There were no like standout comedic.
Kabinic? What's a Kabinic?
I'm congested.
Ooh.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, no standout comedic performance. That's usually like my go-to for like favorite character. Like
people that make you laugh.
Yeah, this character made me laugh a bunch. It was great. But
I love Kate Micucci every time like I see her. She was fine. She was fine.
I like Kate Micucci a lot too. But not
half of Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah, right. Ricky Lindholm and her. Yeah. I don't know, but I think it belongs in the genre.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, yeah, super belongs in the genre.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Yeah. It's right in there.
It's right.
Hey, Matt, did they ever say When in Rome?
Oh, fuck. They super didn't. At least not that I noticed.
No, they didn't. Not once. They did not want. They'd say things like I was in Rome or we were in Rome, but never.
When we were in Rome, but not like when in Rome.
In Rome. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. You win.
Yeah.
I feel like I got cheated because like I had to take yes.
I don't care what you feel. I've never cared how you feel or what you feel things about.
I feel like you're being mean.
All right, so I'm going to pick the next movie. Yay!
So, like, are you ever going to pick, like, a good one? Or...
Yeah, man. We're getting there. We're getting to, like, things like, Dirty Dancing and The Notebook.
I feel like that's got to be a milestone. I feel like these are milestone ones.
And
Mean Girls is another milestone.
Mean Girls. Yeah, soon.
No, milestone.
Well... This is what?
Agree to disagree.
This is 29, isn't it?
Do you think 30 is a milestone?
I think it's kind of a milestone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's an even number. We'll pick a good one.
Oh, it's an even number. Wow. So every even number is a milestone.
Well, that about does it for this episode.
We have so much more. We still have to do our lists.
Oh, God.
You're such a
I just wanted to cut you off while you were yelling.
I know what you wanted to do.
All right. Where would you rank this?
I'm bringing up my list. Hang on. Shut up. Can you shut up?
Enhance.
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 Okay, you're really stop what you're doing. I'm going to put this. Man, I really dislike some of these ones at the bottom, and this like feels like it doesn't make the bottom to me. I'm gonna put this at number. Oh, this is so difficult. No, you know what? I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it just below. She's the Man. So I guess number 19? Number 19 for me. When in Rome is number 19. She's the Man's 18. This will be 19. Overboard 2018 will be number 20. Yeah. Number 1 still Devil Wears Prada. Number 29 at this moment. Made in Manhattan. What about you?
This is kind of hard.
It's a
the
little bit difficult.
The longer the list gets, the more difficult I find.
I keep seeing things at the bottom that I'm like, yeah, no, I really hated that. So it just keeps getting pushed down and pushed down.
This is going to be number 21 for me.
So as much as you said you did not, this was a hard watch for you, it goes above things like Spice World. which is insane. That's just insanity.
I know how you feel, but your feelings are invalid. So, so it's right below last week's Overboard remake,
2018,
which
Overboard.
was 20.
Yeah.
And it's also it's 2 below New Year's Eve, the other Josh Jamel jam. And it's just above Enchanted now.
Sure.
Which I may rethink next year when we redo.
When we get to redo our list.
It might be below Enchanted. Who knows? My number 1 is still Moonstruck, Forever, probably and always, and then Forever and Always, probably my last.
Was it because you believed they were going to say Moonstruck? Hey!
That's not why.
That's what you thought.
Not why. And my last, number 29, is also We Are in Agreement that it's Made in Manhattan, probably forever. Also,
I'm really trying to find one that'll like oust it. Not like I'm like trying to find a bad movie, but I'm like, there's got to be one that's gonna fucking oust that movie.
Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah,
Netflix original or something. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll find.
Yeah.
Is that everything? Garrett, take us home.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode of Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks. If you guys want to reach out, we're at drunkguysonchickflicks@gmail.com. Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks.
Or like a slice of salami
on Instagram.
Like, because that's circular. Or like some provolone cheese.
I'm trying to wrap up here, dude. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, all right.
Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks at gmail.com.
Or like an Eggo waffle. That's a good one. An Eggo waffle is also rare.
But they're also square Eggos now.
Are there?
Yeah, they've diversified. So, Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks at gmail.com. Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks on Instagram. At DJOCF on Twitter. Some sort of Facebook. Figure it out. If you find our Facebook, you let me know.
And you win a prize. No prize. 0 prizes.
There's no prizes.
Maybe one day. Who knows?
I wish we had like a really fast talking legal disclaimer. Like, please note, all claim. No purchase necessary.
Any promises made by the boys are completely invalid.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.